What's up, my friends? This is John Baruti from Baruti Success, and this week we are talking about REITs, real estate investment trusts. Basically, it's about buying real estate without the hassles. So let's get into it. Some of you, my small subscribers, my small amount of subscribers, which I'd like that to be bigger. So don't forget, if you're watching this video, hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button, then the bell, and the bell tells you if I do a new video, it pops up and says, hey, John's done a new video. So if you would do that for me, that would be awesome. It helps the algorithm, which helps people find my channel, which helps us all because I can continue doing these wonderful videos. Let's get into it. So, as most of you know, I love real estate. Yes, I love real estate. And I don't know if any of you know me or not, but I'm not a regret guy. I do not regret things in life. I tried to do that the least as possible. But if I were to regret something, I would regret not buying more real estate. That's what I would regret. Okay? I would have bought as much real estate, I should have bought as much real estate as the banks allowed me to. But I was doing other stuff. I had a whole bunch of things going on, so I didn't do that. So that would be the number one thing that I regret. So, basically, that sucks. So, that being said, I sold 95% of my real estate and businesses. Because, as we know, I got the cancer. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed. That being said, 1 year cancer-free. Yay, me! But now I'm getting a little bit of an itch to buy real estate again. Now, again, any of you know me and my wife and the family, we're probably out of New Jersey soon. Gotta go. The state is a joke. Probably the second worst state in our beautiful country, behind California. So, even though I love the state to absolute death, we gotta go. So why would I buy real estate in the state that I'm about to leave in the next few years? It doesn't make any sense. This brings me to my old friend REITs. R-E-I-T-S. Real Estate Investment Trusts. Right? So, John, what is a real estate investment trust? Well, let me tell you. A real estate investment trust is basically a company that invests in a basket of real estate. Normally, they stay in their sector or lane, as I like to say it, but not all of them do. So what does that mean? So there's a whole bunch of sectors in the REIT business. You have apartment houses, you have warehousing, you have storage facilities. If any of you have, rent at the local storage facility. There are medical REITs, which some own hospitals, some own old age homes. There are retail REITs, which is, companies that buy up real estate that house a CVS or a Panera Bread or an Ultra or, basically retail. Okay, so there's all these different sectors in real estate trusts. Now, you ask, why would a company, why would you create a REIT? I don't understand. Why don't they just, create a corporation and just buy real estate? Well, our wonderful government has given them incentives to do this, right? Because the government back in the 60s wanted the regular Joe and Jane to be able to buy into real estate. So they gave them tax advantages. So a REIT, as long as it gives out to its investors 90% of their profits, they can be considered a REIT. And because of that, they don't have to pay corporate tax. So that's perfect, right? So the REIT basically buys all the real estate, puts out 90% of the profits, the profits to you and me, the people that buy the REIT, and they get a tax advantage. They don't have to pay corporate tax. That doesn't mean the CEO doesn't get paid or the CFO doesn't get paid. They still get paid. That's part of their expenses. But as far as corporate taxes, they don't have to pay them because they're giving out most of the profits to you and to me. All right? So now, there are tax advantages on both sides to REITs, okay? And there are different types of REITs. There's REITs that invest in hard assets like the properties that I just described. There are mortgage REITs, okay? And we're going to discuss some of them in this video. Now, for the investor, there is tax advantages, right? And I'm going to read this from one of the descriptions. So a REIT investor can deduct up to 20% of ordinary dividends before income tax is assessed, right? So basically there is tax advantages for me and tax advantages for the REIT to have a REIT. So let's get into my 5 top REITs that I'm going to be buying, all right? So the first one is Life Storage Inc., LSI. As of today, it's selling for $132.83. The dividend is 2.59. Not bad. Okay. So Life Storage is it's a veteran in the self-storage business, right? It opened up in 1985. It's become one of the largest storage operations in the world. They have more than 1,000 locations. So why I like this one? In the past, when I had my own bakery and I owned multiple acres of land, I was able to store a lot of stuff, which means I got a lot of stuff. Now, the landowner that bought that property that the bakery was on is nice enough to be allowing me to use some of my storage containers, but that's going to go away in the next couple of years. So I have to start looking towards renting a storage facility, which got me thinking and got me looking. Well, here's the problem. A, they're expensive. And B, there's not many available. Even though all the self-storage places around, yeah, they're all booked up. So it's a problem. So self-storage is a big industry and it ain't going away. Okay. So after doing research, I like this Life Storage one that is mainly concentrating in self-storage. Number 2, Americold Realty Trust, which is Cold, C-O-L-D. As of this video, $31.85, doing a 2.76 dividend. Now, the reason I like this one, I was in the baking business, in the food business. These guys concentrate on cold storage facilities. These things make $1 bazillion. And the only reason I know that is because I personally had to be involved in going to some of these facilities because some of our products were there. A, they're massive, and B, these guys charge $1 bazillion for space inside these units, in these cold units, because a lot of the bigger companies, they don't want the aggravation of cold storage. So a company like Americold comes, they own all these companies that build up these huge warehouses that are temperature controlled, and it's profitable. And I know that personally because, again, I was involved in it. All right, so that one is Americold. Number 3, Crown Castle International, CCI. As of today, $182.75, 2.91% dividend. Again, so these guys, again, are giving, every one of these are giving back 90% of their profits. That's how they have these dividends, okay? CCI, what do they do? What are they investing in? Oh, these are the tower guys, the cell tower guys, right? They own more than 40,000 cell towers. Now, you would think cell towers, well, that's kind of, that's not a dying industry, but one that's come to maturity. Wrong, especially because of 5G, right? They have to build more towers for this 5G. They need to be closer together. So companies like this are doing well. There's a lot of demand for these towers. All right. So that's Crown Castle International, which is number 3. Number 4 is Realty Income Corp. Also ticker, I'm going to say 0, but it's O, ticker O, selling at $71.50, dividend 3.96. Like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Sorry. So this one, is a little, okay. So these guys invest in retail properties. Now you're going to say, John, retail property, not so good. Everybody's buying stuff online. Yes, I agree. But these guys are super diversified and they have super great tenants in their buildings, okay? And I'll give you an example. So Dollar General, CVS, Wendy's, right? Amazon. These are the guys that actually rent from these guys. So it is, it's very diverse. And, after looking at it, and these REITs, you can't really look at the PE ratio. I'm going to link up again. I mentioned him a lot. And it's a guy I follow and he's phenomenal. Joseph Hogue. And he explains to you how to evaluate these REITs. It's not your classic stock evaluation with regular charting and stuff. He gives you the way to do it, which, I just follow him. And I do what he does, and that's what got me to these. Okay? Last and not least, now this is a REIT, but it's a mortgage REIT. Okay? Agnc Investment Corp, under the ticker AGNC. It's formerly American Capital Agency. So these guys invest in mortgage-backed securities, right, on a leverage basis. I'm going to read you the description. Its investment consists of residential mortgage, pass-through securities, and collateralized mortgage obligations, CMOs, for which the principal and interest payments are guaranteed by the government-sponsored enterprise. I like it. I like it when it's backed by the government. Such as the Federal National Mortgage Association, Fannie Mae, and the Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation, Freddie Mac, or by the United States government agencies such as the Government National Mortgage Association, Ginnie Mae. Right? So, again, love it. Oh, I didn't, you know what? I don't believe I gave you the stock price and the dividend. Stock price, as of today, $15.84. The dividend is 9.09%. Now, in investment world, when you get up past the 8% dividend, you start to get nervous. Why, you say? Normally, when somebody is putting out that high of a dividend, they're not doing so well. Not the case with these mortgaged REITs, okay? Standard, they're higher, okay? There is more volatility. There is more, mortgages. When the interest rates go up, which they will be going up in the next couple of years, this stuff gets volatile. I'm just going to let you know that. That being said, right, still a high dividend, 9.09. Yeah, I mean, where are you getting that? Well, I'm going to tell you where you're going to get it because I'm going to do a video on MLPs, right? And I'll get into that in the next video, most likely. But for the purposes of this video, mortgage-backed REIT mortgage REIT is 9.09 is not scary. And again, if you go to Joe, and I'll hook up his video on this stuff. If you go to his video, he does the evaluation on this particular REIT, and it looks pretty good. And after I got off of watching his video, I did go look at how long the dividend has been going for, how long it's been increasing, and it's been several years that it's been increasing, and they've been paying out the dividend at this high rate. So again, a good investment. Okay, so that's my video on REITs, and again, high dividends, which we want a couple of things. We want a basket of great paying dividend stocks, which this falls into, and we want some growth stocks and value stocks, which, we're doing that on separate videos. So I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Okay, I gotta go home now. We'll see you on the next one.